dear one, with all my love. Thank you for being here. Sometimes it can feel that awakening or enlightenment clash with our daily life. When we interact with other people, do our job, attend to all the expectations in our life, it can feel like these situations force us back into identifying with ego and reasoning from the mind. But, dear one, it is completely normal. This is why we are on this earth. When we are fully awake, we will not come back to this earth, unless perhaps we want to help other people. But what is so important to remember is that this doer is not the one who will be enlightened, the one who needs to practice, try hard, succeeds or fails. This one does not really exist at all. Our true self is already that eternal, divine being. So what happens if for a moment we drop this idea that we are separate from the truth that we are? That we need to come closer or go deeper? When we drop this idea of any form of separation. I love to use this example of the blue sky behind the clouds because it is so accessible and so powerful. Most of us can look at the sky wherever we are. We can do it right now. And if we can't see, we can imagine it in our mind's eye. See how vast it is. There is no end. And no matter what the weather is like, it is very stormy here most of the time, as you can hear. And there are a lot of clouds. Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. But behind it, the sky never changes. It is always crystal clear, vast, undisturbed. This is how our true self is like. It is like the sky. When we shift our focus from whatever is concerning us right now in our life, which is like the clouds that move hither and thither, cast shadows, create turmoil, apparent darkness, to the sky that is behind it. Maybe we can see it peek through in different places, but it doesn't matter if not. We know that it is always there. Then the storm begins to calm down. We remember, but I am that unchanging, eternal self. This self never changes, no matter what happens in life. I invite you to not hear these words in your mind. The mind is unreliable and can never experience the true self. Rather sense it in your body, this intuitive fabric of self. Intuitively, you know all this. So when we hear it, there is a recognition that is deeper than the mind. You feel, yes, this is true in every fiber of your being. When we identify with whatever challenges happen in our life, our sense of self is contracted, tight, in a very small space. In intense situations, it almost can feel like we cannot breathe. These are all indicators that it is not what we are. It is that simple. Our true self does not suffer. This is a very strong statement, but it is so. The sky is not affected, whatever happens. If there is rain, a thunderstorm, it is always the same crystal clear blue. But life is set in a way that it takes some time for us to fully realize this. We are not discrediting our suffering or putting on a blindfold. It is very real. But only so that we finally transcend this limited perception of ourself. How could the great consciousness suffer? It is the space in which all life appears. And not just this one single life here, but all of us are the same one consciousness. Not only the humans, also the animals, the minerals, all the beings, animate and inanimate, at the same time. This is why we feel compassion and love, why we care for each other, even if we might not know the person or the animal personally. When they suffer, we can also feel this in our own self, sometimes even more than our own suffering. And also when they are happy, we are all connected. When this earth suffers, we feel it too. It all is the great consciousness. And the more we are aware of this, the happier this world will be. Because where there is truth, there is well-being. We must trust this more than this so outdated narrative of the mind. Reconnect with our inner intuition that we have about what is real and true. Stop listening to what the material world says and tries to sell to our soul. We have had enough of that. See where it has led us to. This world wants to awaken, and the time is now. We can see it in all the corners of this world. We are done with fear, slaving, and suffering. It is not what we are. So over and over, let go of everything. Not as a practice that the person is trying to do, but a natural happening each day. As the self recognizes its true divine, unbound nature. Not the thoughts, not the fleeting emotions, not the past or the future. The self is like this present moment, always here, fresh and alive. So if thoughts come, let them pass by like the clouds in the sky. They are like a layer on top of this present moment. Underneath it is only here, now, empty. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Share it with anyone else you think can benefit. And if you like, subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected. All my love to you.